make sure you're subscribed to JerCrispy.
What's up, y'all? It's your most. There's the most. JerCrispy, welcome back to that video. The secret rivalry. The secret rivalry between. No, something just popped up in my mind. That's why I paused. Anyways, the secret rivalry between Pharrell and Kanye, bro. What the fuck? No, it's something just popped up in my mind saying it was funny. I watched the videos and oh god. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow our social media. It's gonna pop on the screen. We sub count is really today is 200 and I think it's 272. We're doing pretty good with the sub count. I just posted last night, so y'all go ahead and run that up. When y'all get the chance to go ahead and run that up. Make sure you run it up. Put comments down. Especially for the Clementine Ellie one. Y'all go ahead and run that up. And let's see how this going for this secret rivalry. They had rivalry with each other. Pharrell and Kanye. Wow.
Kanye West and Pharrell Williams are kindred spirits in so many ways. Over the years, both of them have stamped their place in practically every last pocket of the creative world, becoming not only renowned artists in their own right with discographies that span decades, but seizing opportunities in the realm of fashion with both hands. Seen vibing together at a Louis Vuitton show a couple years ago, it's no exaggeration to call Pharrell and Ye peers. That said, tracing back their friendship reveals that at every turn, it appears that Ye, who isn't exactly known for his willingness to be overshadowed by anybody, has been trying to surpass Pharrell at every opportunity, and in fact has embarked on a largely undisclosed rivalry with him that, while ultimately friendly in nature, has seen Kanye not only take from the template of Pharrell, but do his best to prove that when it's all said and done, the student has become the master. Pharrell and Kanye, hailing from Virginia and Chicago respectively, had to enter the hustle and bustle of hip-hop's major hubs from the get-go, favoring their own weird idiosyncrasies in terms of their production style rather than the street gangster production of the time. Their beats were so undeniably fire that their perceived weirdness was never...
So with both of them, they had great talent of making beats and stuff and putting their own voice in their own songs too. Like Pharrell got the whole One Piece movie, pieces by pieces or One Piece, something like that. Or it's like pieces by pieces. If I'm probably saying it wrong or right. But yeah, he got that whole thing explaining about his whole character of what he started off and all the amazing beats. He made beats for Snoop Dogg, a bunch of groups, just a bunch of groups in general. And like it went crazy.
A barrier for entry, as rather than conforming to the style of the time, rappers such as Clips, Jay-Z, Scarface, Nori, and countless others changed their rhyming styles just to flow over their beats. With Ye making his way in the game at the time when Pharrell was already a household name with both NERD and in his own right as a super producer, their very first encounter was actually captured on camera, and from the outset, their relationship would be founded on mutual respect. Regularly sharing studio space at Rockefeller's headquarters, Pharrell became something close to a mentor for Ye, with Ye valuing his opinion enough to seek him out as he sculpted his now legendary debut album, The College Dropout. And as we know now, Pharrell was nothing short of blown away.
Hold on. How long Complex been in the game? Yeah, no. Cause hold on. This is back in the day. This is back in the day, my niggas. Shit. Complex media was entertainment with youth culture was found in, bro, 2002? Damn. 2002. That's when Complex been, well, that can't be no 2002 then. What year then Kanye and Pharrell was doing. I know Pharrell like back then was popping. I don't know.
Yet what's less visible to the naked is whether he was simply happy for Ye or if this was excitement over the fact that he had stiffer competition than ever before. Once the College Dropout dropped, Ye would go on to echo P's rise to prominence and would even lock down an award that Pharrell has never managed to acquire by securing the Grammy for Best Rap Album with his first attempt. But with that said, it should be acknowledged that while Pharrell reached a point where, in 2003, 43% of the charts were produced by him, Ye never quite reached this point of inescapability. Instead, he focused on becoming a star in his own right. While Kanye has never welcomed Pharrell onto his own projects, Ye popped up on #1 from P's first fully fledged solo album, In My Mind, from 2006. And at this stage, any notion of rivalry between the two of them was publicly acknowledged for the first time when CBS's Dave Price asked if the two were in direct competition with one another. "Nah, it's friendly," said P. "It's super friendly. When I see him, he tells me about things that he likes, things that he dislikes, and I tell him the same things. I guess it's like NBA superstars, Michael Jordan and Larry Bird back in the day or something." Kanye chimed in, "It's not a rivalry, but the fact that there is somebody so good in the game that..."
He should have said Michael Jordan and Kobe, or Michael Jordan and who else? Who else? Like Michael Jordan and Magic, Michael Jordan and I played down there with a lot of people, so I mean,
comes with a record just makes you scrunch your face up. Later in that same interview, Price inquired if they pushed one another, and without hesitation, Pharrell said 100%. Rather than deviating from this amicable relationship, P and Ye actually tried to deepen their...
Yo, that chain is fire as hell, bro. I wish he could pull down the thing. This chain is actually fire as hell. I'm talking about this piece, but I still rock it like this, but damn, bro. This creative as fuck. But all the dudes got it like that, bro? Or, man, that dude might have to make me get a chain like that or something like that. All right, Pharrell, let me find out you got some good
things. Alongside Lupe Fiasco, the three formed a short-lived supergroup in the form of Child Rebel Soldier. Released in May of 2007, their standalone single, Us Placers, was supposed to be the launchpad for a whole project together. But as Lupe Fiasco revealed, it would become less of an album and more of a every time we do a song together type of thing. Creatively restless in the best of ways, Pharrell and Kanye's inability to consolidate their energy into a joint album speaks to the dynamics between the two. Because rather than finding a way to come together for a common goal, their desires to leave behind a body of work that will go down in history and ultimately be the best sadly meant that one of hip-hop's most exciting supergroups never saw the light of day. After lending a verse to the Everyone Knows remix from NERD's Seeing Sounds, Kanye and Pharrell would once again go their separate ways. Only this time, Kanye would take a longtime protege of Pharrell with him to his own label in the form of Pusha T.
The fight for Pusha T.
To understand why that mattered, you have to go back to where Pusha and Pharrell's relationship began. Because long before Kanye ever showed up, it was Pharrell and Chad Hugo who discovered Clips and built their sound from the ground up. With a couple albums under their belt primarily produced by Pharrell and Chad, it looked like Star Trek would be the home that carried them for their whole career, until the business got in the way. After a major label merger in the mid-2000s, Star Trek moved over to Interscope, while Clips were stuck at Jive Records due to contract fine print. What followed was years of delays, legal battles, and label politics, with Pusha later coming out to describe the ordeal as quote-unquote label hell. By the time those issues were fully resolved and the duo moved on, the momentum they once had under Pharrell's umbrella had faded. Now, it's important to note that Pharrell was way busier dividing his energy between production, NERD, and fashion. So with Pusha now a free agent, he was looking for a new base, and that opening came from Kanye's recently formed label, Good Music. With music journalists puzzled as to how Pharrell could let a talent like Pusha T slip away, Pharrell was adamant in interviews that this wasn't a betrayal by Pusha T. From there, Pusha and Kanye would embark on a lengthy partnership that, while productive, created new limits on how involved
You know that's crazy that Pusha T still make music to this day? Like, low-key. To this day, this nigga still make music. And we ain't hear that nigga music in how long? And how long? Mind you, nigga used to go dumb back in the day, and like Pusha T used to go back dumb. He used to go dumb back in the day. Like, when I was little, Pusha T used to be that nigga. Now, I don't even know what's wrong with Pusha T. I mean, Pusha T got money, but he got money. But dude, can he go for band? He might could. He might. You just never know.
Pharrell could be. P managed to land a couple of Neptune's tracks on his good debut, My Name Is My Name, but it soon became clear that whether through professional envy or a dissatisfaction with the way he was being produced by Pharrell, Ye had his own vision for Push's sound. Still, after the album dropped, Pusha made it clear that reconnecting with Pharrell and Chad was a priority. So when work began on the follow-up in 2014, he was openly excited about bringing that Neptune's energy back.
Me and Pharrell and Chad are like, it's just recreating that energy again.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we got a very, very strong direction on where the new King Push album is going.
On the surface at least, it sounded like everything was falling into place. Push had reunited with the Neptunes, only now with a visionary in Ye overseeing the project. But behind the scenes, a different story was taking shape. Because even though the sessions with Pharrell and Chad were well underway, Kanye simply wasn't satisfied. So when Pusha T's follow-up album released in 2015, it's no surprise that not one scrap of the work between the reunited Neptunes and Pusha emerged. But this wasn't an isolated moment, because by the time Daytona arrived in 2018, Push revealed that, once again, Pharrell and Chad Hugo's beats were scrapped in favor of Kanye doing it himself.
What happened to all those songs that Kanye said he felt like he could produce better?
Man, I lost like wild producer relationships behind this.
Let's be real, most of us are not excited to cook after
Oh God! Wow, crazy. So in some way, somehow, Breakfast Club always got to end up on this. BLB, Breakfast Club, BLC. Why is Breakfast Club always got to interview these rappers? Like, nigga, what? Get the fuck out of my face. Oh, no, I ain't trying to hit me with an ad. Nah, that's half. Yeah, damn. That's half of the video.
Like wow, producer relationships behind this. And, you know, he made an executive call, and that's what he wanted to do. You know, I had to just call them guys, text, whatever. Like, yo.
This before they trying to critic down black people, bro. I think this was actually the one that's biggest positive things after this. But after that, I don't know what's going on with the BFK. See whatever them niggas' name is, my nigga. Shit. Them niggas went down here. And them niggas still down here to the day. I don't even think a nigga watch that shit. Unless you watch a fucking single clip.
I know this was supposed to be the plan. This ain't it.
While the pair have barely beefed over the years, the direction of Pusha T's career is one area where they've disagreed. With Ye capable of blocking Pharrell's contributions from seeing the light of day, this could easily be seen as pettiness on Kanye's part. But, as outlined by Push himself during a trip to Jimmy Fallon, the two ultimately want different things from him and apply different philosophies.
Yo, Jimmy Fallon still in the game? He retired and just sip coffee and ride on the bikes early in the morning and go to stores early in the morning like old people. Or he's still in the game. Let me find out.
It's a Pusha T rap fanatic. So he just likes all of my raps, and he just wants me to just rap all day long. And then he just wants to take them from me and edit them and do what he wants to do with it, right? Pharrell is like more of a composer. He wants to make sure that everything is sticky and just stays with you the whole time throughout the whole song. It's way more tedious with Pharrell. It's way tougher with him. Way tougher with him.
Because with Pharrell, shit, he wanted to make it nice and flow and smooth with it. But with Kanye, he's trying to lift you up with it and bring you down at the same time, but lift you up more and more and more. Like Pharrell, it's like when you listening to Pharrell songs or you listening to any feature that he does, it's like, damn, you can feel this bitch. It's like a flow, my nigga. It's yeah. When you with Kanye, it's like you going on a roller coaster. Woo!
Although the battle for supremacy over Pusha's production was never publicly acknowledged, this silent war eventually came to a head on the follow-up project, It's Almost Dry. For the first time, both Pharrell and Kanye took ownership of half of the album, with each crafting their own side of the record. It gave both men the chance to present their purest vision of who Pusha should be. Almost like a creative showdown played out through the music. And to highlight just how significant that split was, the album was released with alternative track listings billed as
It's Almost Dry, Ye versus Pharrell. Yo, hold on, don't make me have to go listen to this, bro.
Pharrell versus Ye and Ye versus Pharrell. It let listeners experience the project from two different angles and quietly invited them to decide whose direction resonated more. In many ways, it became the closest thing we'll ever get to a versus between them. And in typical fashion, Pharrell remained gracious in response.
I just want to say thank you. It's almost dry. Like, it's crazy the way it turned out, man. Ye crushed it. Man, just the response. When I get with Pusha, he don't even want to talk unless we just like conjuring the demon sound.
Clearly evenly matched in terms of accolades that they've acquired as producers, to focus solely on music would be to leave out one crucial facet of what keeps Pharrell as one of Kanye's primary rivals. As away from formulating beats, both men have spent years stamping their imprint on the world of fashion.
Go check on the fire. Hold on, yeah.
Regarded as two of the freshest artists to ever pick up the mic, Skateboard P had been a staple of his world since the days where Ye was still putting most of his energy into his tracks. From popularizing Bape in the West to Billionaire Boys Club and Ice Cream, Pharrell wasted little to no time in making himself known within street.
Oh yeah, I need to cop this shirt. Hey, he still got this on his website or in stores. I'm gonna cop this shirt. And that jacket low-key kind of fire too. Let's go back to that jacket for this moment. Yeah, this jacket is actually fire.
From popularizing Bape in the West to Billionaire Boys.
Oh yeah, this fire too. Low-key like win a vibe. This too.
Club and Ice Cream, Pharrell wasted little to no time in making himself known within streetwear. But while no shortage of rappers have delved into their own clothing line and found success, what separated P from the norm is that almost instantly he was being courted by high fashion houses. Over time, he'd go on to work with Moncler, Chanel, Comme des Garçons, and many others. But one partnership stood out above the rest, and it began with Louis Vuitton. In 2004, P had already collaborated with Louis Vuitton on his own sunglasses line. But what made this moment significant wasn't just the partnership itself, it was who was watching. Because around this time, Kanye's fascination with Louis Vuitton was reaching its peak. He'd already taken on the nickname the Louis Vuitton Don, spoke openly about the brand in interviews, and used it as a symbol of the world he desperately wanted to be a part of. For Pharrell, Louis Vuitton was a room he entered early. And for Kanye, it was a door he was still trying to break through. And that contrast only widened the quiet rivalry between them. Because while Pharrell was already moving freely through high fashion, Kanye was still on the outside looking in. Determined to prove that he belonged in that world, Ye took an unusual route for a global superstar. So in 2009, he secured an internship at Fendi. He spent his days in the headquarters in Rome learning the basics of luxury fashion from the ground up, which included running errands, working under designers, and sketching ideas that were rarely taken seriously. He wasn't treated like a celebrity. He was treated like an intern. With Kanye later describing the experience as humbling, he went on to admit that he felt ignored, underestimated, and shut out of the many rooms that he wanted to be in. And what made it sting even more was knowing that Pharrell never had to go through the same process. Pharrell was seen as the clean-cut, soft-spoken, safe guy. And Kanye was the opposite. He was loud, passionate, unpredictable, and high fashion brands were weary.
Damn, bro, that's crazy, son. I don't know. They got they pick and choose who they want to be in the sponsoring for fashion and stuff. Y'all think we actually could sit down and go watch a fashion show? Like, I don't know, son. So I don't know. I don't think like hands down I'll sit down and watch a fashion show. At best, you would probably catch me in that mug about 45 minutes at best. 45 minutes at best in that mug. And once that 45 minutes is up, that's when I just start to be like, damn. They got some pretty good. If they got they come out there mud with some good dresses, and the dudes looking good with their suits on. But like, hold on, might need to stay for another hour. We might need to stay for an hour. But if they come with that whack shit, I'm leaving.
I was using the wrong.
Now right there, watch that gonna happen. That's gonna freaking. It's gonna bite me in my ass sooner or later. Watch. It is. Watch. Soon as I go to the fashion, nigga like, no. You said in your video, you said you only be staying here for 45 minutes, and I would be timing it. Like, nigga, what?
Hurts. My rap was wrong. I was getting the drink, thrown in my face as opposed to leaving with the girl at the end of the night.
After years of refusing to take no for an answer, Ye would finally break through when Louis Vuitton greenlit his first signature sneaker, the LV Don. And the reaction was everything you'd expect from Ye.
Oh, hey world. As you can see, I'm in Paris chilling, and I have so much to stun about that I don't know where to start. It baffles me. And due to what has happened so severely, I was forced to change my name to Martin Louis the King Jr. Address me as such.
Now high off of what must have been an ungodly amount of confidence, Kanye would eventually take his ambitions to Nike and go on to create one of the most influential celebrity sneakers ever made, thus giving us the Air Yeezy 1, the Air Yeezy 2, and of course, the Red Octobers, which still fetch anything from—
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. I am gotta cop these bitches. Oh, them bitches that high? Oh, fucking well, bitches. Nigga, I'm gonna rock these hoes.
$6,000 to $11,000 in 2025.
Oh! Boy, you'll catch me. I'm telling you. Boy, I'll wear the— What? What?
Then what about the
Talk
moment when
to
you
me,
actually
boy.
realize
I'ma
that
have
you're
you
not
naked
here
by the
accident?
end of this song.
That there is
Talk
a
to me, boy.
By 2014, Pharrell announced his first major deal with Adidas, and although his NMDs and Stan Smith
Wait.
Addy colors did make a splash,
Wait.
it'd be Ye's vision that once again changed the landscape. After a nasty
Wait a minute, son. Hold on. These bitches is fire. Hold on. Have a black, have this like black right here. Oh yeah, that's fire. I'm copying these the first day and if they actually come out. Well, they probably already been came out, but these actually fire. I have a whole fucking suit idea to wear with these, bro. Like not suit, but like outfit to put on these, bro. Oh, I'll tag Pharrell if I get the niches.
Adidas, and although his NMDs and Stan Smith
If I
Addy
ever
colors did make a
find them
splash,
bitches.
it'd be Ye's vision that once again
If I find that one and these what he got on right now, oh yeah, I'm tagging Pharrell with them bitches.
changed the landscape. After a
You know that's
nasty
crazy? Why ain't nobody ever got Pharrell on the stream? You know what? I'm gonna be the first streamer to get that nigga Pharrell on the stream. Since ain't nobody want to put Pharrell onto the stream shit, I'm gonna be the first one. Pharrell, open arms, my nigga. Open arms. You could come to my stream, chill. We could make music and all that other stuff. I could go in my inner singer song.
split with Nike due to royalty issues, Kanye would tape his talents to the three stripes. With Adidas, Ye wasn't interested in small capsules or quiet collaborations. He wanted to build a global empire around
Yo, and
one
Kanye,
idea.
welcome too. I fuck with his music heavy. More than D8. Fuck D8.
Yeah, Yeezy. And that's exactly what he and Adidas would go on to do. Within a few short years, Yeezy became the most influential sneaker line on earth. From the Boost 350s through to the Foam Runners.
Yo, I still gotta copy some Yeezys. Not these. Oh, no. I wouldn't. Oh!
And Yeezy slides. Every silhouette was treated like an event.
Oh, I still need some Yeezy slides. Now, these right here. Woo! I copped them. Like these right here. I copped them. That I copped them. But this. I had to be going work out to wear these. Or like something like the front event.
With Kanye almost single-handedly pulling Adidas into a level of relevance they hadn't seen since the 80s. By 2020, the brand was valued in the billions, with Forbes crowning Ye a certified billionaire. And for a moment, at least, it looked like Kanye had done the impossible. Where Pharrell may have opened the door, Ye kicked it off the hinges. And just when it looked like he'd finally outpaced P for good, Pharrell revealed the final trick up his sleeve.
The end game.
As quickly as Kanye's partnership with Adidas transformed him into a billionaire, it all collapsed. Following a string of public controversies that virtually no brand could justify, Adidas begrudgingly cut ties with Kanye in 2022. At the same time, another shift was taking place on the opposite side of the fashion world because, after the passing of Virgil Abloh, Louis Vuitton faced the difficult task of choosing the next artistic director for its brand, and in a moment that felt almost poetic, they chose Pharrell. At this point, Pharrell had been moving quietly within these circles for years, with small capsules with Louis Vuitton, to his exclusive Richard Mille collaboration, and his long-standing relationship with Chanel. P had already built a strong foundation inside ultra-luxury fashion, so when the announcement came, it didn't feel unexpected to anyone within the industry. What's worth mentioning is that around the same time Ye lost his Adidas partnership, his comments and controversies triggered a chain reaction that extended to the fall of his record label. Essentially, good music lost its backing from Def Jam, and caught in the middle of the fallout was Pusha T. After more than a decade with good music, Pusha quietly stepped away and found himself a free agent once again. But unlike the last time this happened, the path forward was clearer than ever. In what feels like a full circle moment in the reuniting with Pharrell, Push stepped into the next chapter of his career with a level of focus that felt sharper than ever. Together, Pusha T, Malice, and Pharrell created Let God Sort 'Em Out, a record many consider the strongest of his career and a genuine Grammy contender. And in a subtle, final twist, Pharrell couldn't resist taking a light jab at Kanye during a new interview with Billboard while discussing the idea of the Clips family finally winning a Grammy. You got people who
Damn.
get them and pee on them. We ain't doing none of that.
Whoa, 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 whoa. All right now. We ain't doing all that, but I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If we ever get selected for a Grammy, my niggas, I'm not doing stuff like that. I'm out.